Yo, what is going on? Y'all, welcome to another episode of the show about another podcast, episode 18. We can vote now. Vote
We're legal to vote, but we're not able to drink.
Not yet. Like we said, episode 21, we will be cracking open a cold brewski. So, Izzy, what is the beer choice we're gonna be sipping on?
Ooh,
I'm gonna let you pick this time.
that's a good one.
We gonna,
I got some Ice House in the fridge. I got some of hard apple cider in the fridge. I got a little something.
all right, I mean, I may go for some fat tire. I mean, I may indulge, even though I have my fair opinion.
Yeah, from what I heard, Fat Tire hasn't done you well.
Man, I need to go. Fat Tire need to go back to with the old recipe. But this is JunesEightyEIght and your boy Izzy the Misfit. We are back in the
Phantasmo.
Izzy,
oh my gosh,
dog!
Wow.
I change your name. I keep forgetting it. I'm so used to saying Izzy the Misfit. I'm so Izzy.
You know what? It's okay though. It's okay though because I've been contemplating contemplating the name change or whatever, and it's not for what you think it is. It's not for this. It's for something else. Don't worry about it. Worry about yourself.
All right, cool. But like I say, man, I mean, like I said, a Fat Tire, they did me wrong. They did me wrong. But yeah, man. So before we get into everything, man, how you been? How's everything going? Before I send you what I want to send you, how's everything going with you? What's cracking with you? Because everything good on my side. June's 2 drops on the 16th. The new merch drops June 1st.
Woo!
Everything drops. I got the merch I got some.
He got some of that. He got that ish.
I got some of that funk, like the stuff. The site I'm trying.
Are we talking that stank? Are we talking that stank face? Like as soon as you see you, like, ooh.
Oh yeah, like it's when I'm moving all the stuff from my old site to a new site. So the old site I'm gonna probably take that down for a little bit. I don't know if I may keep it, but before the read, I may keep that one. But everything will be strictly on this. Oh, I got some stuff, man.
Beyonce said it best. Let me upgrade you. This man is upgraded.
Man, look, the stuff that I found I could do on this site that I can't do on. Man, look.
Oh boy,
it's crazy. But go ahead, what you got going on, bro? What's cracking with you?
As everybody knows, I got into a little bit of a oopsie. We got a little bit of fender bender a few weeks ago. Just finally getting my stuff figured out, so we finally moving in the right direction. Gotta wait until Wednesday to do it. I was trying to avoid that from happening because I start my work week on Wednesday. Right. Thankfully, though, I contacted my I spoke with my manager or whatever. Just told her, hey, look, I might not be coming in because this is going on. I was trying to avoid this, and she told me, hey, look, I'm gonna see about at least letting you come in a little bit later to get some hours in and whatnot. So I'm cool with it. But if I don't hear back for her, then that's going to be I'm going to have to take that one on the chin. Sucks. Maybe I'll put some PTO in. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll figure it out from there. But the car is going to get fixed. It's not too bad. It's not crazy damaged up. It's not like, oh my gosh, the bumper's falling off and the light's not working and the camera is now shot and oh my gosh, I got a flat tire and it's not one of those crazy weird scenarios. No, it's just like a little cosmetic damage that needs to get fixed up. Bumper got slightly knocked off its hinge and whatnot. So it is what it is. It's cars. It's gonna happen.
Right on.
All right. Now, what the heck do you have for me? Because you said
take your text. Check your text right now. Read those.
Oh my gosh. What did
read those? Read the first
one. 2K does. I don't want to look at the second one, but I'm forced to. My dad recently got a 3D printer and made a stool sample version.
Hey, you see the joke, dude?
A stool sample. I love it. No, but you know what's funny though?
That's how y'all know we're talking. That's how you know. There's put some context in what we talk about.
Oh Lord, that's a good one. I love that one. That's great. But you know what though? It's funny that you sent me this one right here. Because believe it or not, we're back on this one.
Yes, we are.
We are back on the Ja Morant talk because John Morant has been making waves, not for the best of reasons. As everybody knows, he was seen on film on an Instagram Live, uh, hanging out with some buddies of his. And when his buddy in the driver's seat of the vehicle that they were in pointed the camera to Ja, he flashed a weapon and his buddy tried to save him by putting the camera down way too quickly. But the internet knows how to work its business. Pause, screenshot, floated around. NBA got a hold of it. Memphis Grizzlies got a hold of it. They've suspended him from all team activities. Adam Silver is disappointed. They're doing an investigation. There's a idea that he could be going through a very lengthy suspension, possibly half a season. But not a lot of people are thinking that the NBA should punish him for something like that. That's so heavily. JJ Reddick on First Take earlier this week basically said what John Morant did was wrong, but it wasn't illegal because what if he is a registered firearm holder? And there are a lot of instances where gun control is an issue and people are shooting people for no reason. But it doesn't seem fair to just throw the book at Ja because he was caught on camera with this gun in hand. My rebuttal is if you're working for a business, and I brought this up last week. If you're working for any type of establishment, any type of business, like for me, I work with Geek Squad. I work with Best Buy. With Geek Squad, with the job I do, I'm in a van. I travel from house to house, and we do different type of jobs. TV mountings, Wi-Fi setups, you name it. In that van, although we are not at the store, it is Best Buy property. And it doesn't matter if we're away from the store or not, the physical store. If I have a firearm, the rule states I am not allowed to do certain things. I'm not allowed to smoke in the van. No DUI, no doing anything crazy like that because that's illegal. And most importantly, you're not allowed to have a firearm on you in that van. Or you're not allowed to have a firearm on you when you enter a client's house. Because let's say, for instance, we get pulled over in that van. We're going to have to report it. But let's say the cop pulls us over, looks over, and all of a sudden he sees that I have something that I shouldn't have. What's going to happen? I'm going to get in trouble. And not just in trouble. I'm going to get possibly terminated because that's a breach of the agreement that I signed on to when I joined this job. The NBA is a private entity. It's a private business. They have rules and regulations. And I actually looked this up because I was seeing this float around and I wanted to know a little bit more on what the rules are. This is what it says. The NBA has been very clear in stating that even players who have a gun permit are not allowed to carry a firearm in team planes, stadiums / arenas, or practice facilities. And even though they own the firearm, they're not allowed to have it on them in certain instances. Now, John Morant had the firearm on him. Now, granted, it wasn't on a team facility. It wasn't on a plane. It wasn't anywhere. But he was caught on camera in a club with a firearm in hand.
Yes, he was.
And he got suspended 8 games.
Yes, he was.
Adam Silver met with him, and he said he was sorry, and everything was copacetic, and he came back and balled out, and, you know, they played in the playoffs. They lost. You know, it is what it is. And now, 2 months removed from said incident in Denver, he now has another floating incident where he is caught on camera with a gun in hand. I don't care who you are. If you are a professional athlete, you need to know the rules about certain things, and firearms is one of them. If you are caught with a firearm, you know that there's going to be some sort of punishment, because it's not just a issue on legality. It's not just an issue on your Second Amendment rights, which I am a full proponent on. I believe everybody should have the right to bear arms and, to defend yourself and anything else in between.
Exactly.
But when you work for a private entity, a business, and they say you cannot have firearms for this reason, and you go ahead and you do it, there are consequences. Especially if you are an athlete. You are the face of the new generation, and you are putting yourself in a position where you are not only harming yourself, but you're harming the business. Because just like how I am a representative of my company, no matter where I go, John Morant and any other athlete is a representative of the NBA and whatever team they are a part of. And whatever they do that's done in ill fashion, believe it or not, is going to look bad on the team.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just going to be bad it's not going to be bad physically for them, but it's going to be bad for the brand, for the team, in the branding, in the image, and everything else in between.
Mm-hmm.
Joan? Do you want a rebuttal?
But I was waiting for you to say that.
I'm just going to sit back and enjoy my water.
My thing is this. I feel just like Charles Barkley said it, and it's like everybody's been saying the same thing. Bro, not 2 years, 2 months, you are in trouble for the same thing again. And you got gangbangers, street dudes, rappers like, oh, what's wrong with having a gun? He can't turn to NBA young boy. Nobody's saying he can't do that. Nobody's saying he cannot do that. We're saying, do you need a gun to turn up with him? Does that make the experience better?
Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and add this. You mentioned the whole gangbangers coming out and people saying, he was turning up into NBA young boy or whatnot.
Yeah.
Can we take into consideration that there have been gangbangers coming out saying, what are you doing?
I'm going to get to that.
Like, I'm going to let you continue.
JJ, who was it?
JJ Reddick.
JJ Reddick talking like he's saying something. Bruh, I feel like the people like him are holding his hand. They're enabling him to keep doing this. Like, they're making it say, all right, Jai, you can still do this. Go ahead, you can have your gun, turn up, have a good time. But what is it going to take? What if, because we already know people are already challenging him, like, yo, you're not good, you're not this, you're not that, you're this, you're not a tough guy. Shannon Sharp said on Undisputed. I feel like how much of this people trying, you keep talking about you like you're not tough, you're not about that action, play ball. What if he gets to the point where he's out and about in Memphis? Some people roll up on him, want to see if he really bad it. And he with them same dudes. And somebody like, yo, hand him the gun. And he fires. And he hurts somebody. Then what do you say? JJ Reddick. What you going to say then? What? Your tune is going to change. So do us all a favor. Please shut up. Everybody's saying like it's cool. This dude is worth $200 million.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't pay me enough I don't even hang with people that's about that action. I could be in the I could be living in the city. I could be playing football for a city that's got that crime. I could be playing for Chicago. You think Justin Fields is out on O Block trying to keep it real?
This man said, "Oh, block. Oh, wow."
Do you really think he out there in these streets trying to prove something?
No.
Justin Fields worth $1 million some dollars. I don't know how much, many millions, but he's worth some. You really?
That man's a first round draft pick. What are you talking about?
Hey, I don't know how many M's he got, but
he got an M, believe me. But we get what you're saying, though.
But it's like, you couldn't pay me enough to be. I have nothing to prove. And that's the problem. You hear people like Charles Barkley speak. You hear the OGs, the people of who play the game at the highest level, saying, "What are you doing?" You know what I mean? Saying like, "Bruh, what are you asking?" And I told my a mutual friend of ours, like, I still think he should be spending 50 games. And the big bro, like, nah, that's too much, bro. That's too much.
That's dude.
He was like,
you guys,
he was like,
dude,
he
got suspended 8 games.
And that's all I was trying to tell him. He was like 20 to 25 games. Like, that's not enough.
It's not.
That's not gonna hurt enough. That's not enough to 50 is half the damn season.
See, okay, let's put it like this. I believe it was on First Take that I heard this. Either First Take or Undisputed, one of the two. But supposedly when John Morant got suspended those 8 games, he lost over $600,000 because he didn't get paid for those games. $600,000. He lost off not playing those 8 games. This is the thing. This is the mindset that we are on. You made a mistake that was not only that could have been costly to your health and to the health of others, but you made a mistake that was costly to the business. And we're not just talking about the NBA. Ja's sponsorship, his first signature shoe with Nike, apparently got taken off the website because of this.
And look, you said something important. The new face of the new generation. The face of the new generation. You said that, right? Melo just bowed out gracefully. Got his jersey on my wall. Wait, what's that? Got it on my wall right there. I've been a Melo fan. It's like Melo been my dog for years. Wade is out. Wade is out. LeBron is the last person of our generation that still play ball.
He's about to be out soon. I don't think he's going to be. I don't think he's staying in for the next few years. I think maybe one more.
To be the face of a new generation, you should feel like, all right, I got to live to a certain standard. You know what I mean? And I feel that it's one of the things where I look at it like, bro, I get that you're young. Okay, the first time I can get it, I get it. Like, you was out having fun. Like, all right, cool.
He was in the club. He was, throwing them
having a good time. All right. You probably never seen a gun before. Probably never held a gun before. Oh, I got a gun. Hey, guys, take a picture with it. All right, cool. I get it. Okay.
I don't know if that was his first time with a gun in hand,
but you see where I'm going. Like,
I know where you're going with. I know.
I'm
rocking with you.
The NBA, 8 games, that's all I'm going to give you first offense. But the second, it's the same thing. People acting like this is the first time. And that's the issue I'm having. I'm like, and me, I don't like talk about stuff like
that. Let's not forget. Although this was the first time that we've seen him with a firearm back in Denver after that game,
right?
There have been previous incidences, and we went over this last episode.
We ain't gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna talk about that part. Go ahead, though.
But no. We need to talk about it. The finish line incident. We got the issue with the Indiana Pacers. There was one more incident, and then it was the gun toting in the club. So he's had multiple instances. It's just this one here, the first time he got caught with the gun, that made waves.
And my thing about that,
the thing is though, a lot of what happened, a lot of what happened with the finish line and the Pacers. Now the Pacers one happened at a game, you know, that of course that happened. Of course that was at a game. He got his buddy got escorted out the building, got pretty much kicked out of the arena for the rest of the season and whatnot. And you know, there was reports that as the Pacers were leaving, you know, they had like the little red dot all flashing on them, yada yada yada. Majority of these instances where he said, she said incidences where like, right, oh, we heard that this happened and this person is saying this. But the incident with the gun in Denver at the club, there was a camera that showed the entire thing. This incident with the gun in the car on Instagram Live.
And my question is, I keep asking this. What is it going to take for him to understand? Like, I feel like I said, you're just aiding the problem by saying, hey, Ja, it's cool to have your gun, it's no problem. But what if he fires off and hurts somebody, an innocent person? Then what are y'all going to say? Oh, it was just an accident. He didn't mean it. What if he does? What if, like I said, he's been people testing his manhood. You got people on national TV saying you ain't hard, you ain't tough, you ain't this, you ain't that, and then you get put to a situation where a fight or flight situation where Ja, cause like, you know what, I'm bigger than this. I'm just gonna leave. I ain't gonna sit here and fight you. I'm worth 200 million. Right. Let me go and dip. But you want to prove yourself, yo man, go get the hammer. And he go, and his man go get it, and then innocent person get hurt. Or worse. We ain't gonna say what worse is, but we know what worse is. Now this man is behind bars, or whatever the case may be. Or that's what I'm saying. Like people looking at it like it's ain't no. I'm from Texas, right to carry, open. It's cool here.
Same thing here in Georgia. We got the right to carry as well.
But I don't think people really you gonna see anybody from the Dallas Cowboys. All jokes aside, I don't think you're gonna see Dak Prescott posted up in a club with a gun. See nobody. You're not gonna see nobody doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's legal, it's like there's rules and regulations.
Mm-hmm.
You live under your parents' house and they tell you better have your butt in this house before 12 o'clock.
Oh, but as soon as you see that street light come on, you better be inside the house.
If your mama tell you, Junie, Izzy, have y'all butts in this house before 10 o'clock. If that's the deal, not 10:01, not 10:02, have it. I'm gonna be in the house by 9 before that. I'm not even gonna waste any time. I don't want the punishment. You may get a slap on the wrist the first time, yo, some stuff happened. We lost track of time. Yeah, they'll probably get, all right, cool. But if it's a second offense, it's going to be some repercussions, heavy. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying. And they like, he should be going, why not? But if he hurt somebody with this gun, then what?
You know what? I think a lot of people are seeing this, the way that I'm seeing this reaction. The reaction I'm seeing, I believe a lot of people are looking at it is like, yeah, he was suspended 8 games. But they see it like it was a slap on the wrist. Think about it like this. Suspended 8 games. Yeah, he lost a little bit of money, but he still got the ability to play.
Right.
So with Ja now being suspended from all team activities by the Memphis Grizzlies, and the NBA is doing their own investigation with a strong possibility at that he could be suspended for a lengthy amount of time. And by lengthy, I mean like half a season. max, you know, I think a lot of people are looking at that first suspension as like, well, if you gave him a light sentence before, then you could like, you could give him a heavier sentence, but don't give him that heavy of a sentence.
But
But
see,
like, but it's like you were saying, that type of mentality, that type of explanation, that type of like argument, that's basically enabling him to go out and possibly do it again or even more. And in the process, he could end up hurting somebody even more.
all right, I'm gonna paint a
And,
scenario for you, right? I'm painting a
all
scenario.
right,
We
go
don't
ahead.
have kids. I don't have kids. He don't have kids. But say, for example, down the line, we farmers, families, and your son or daughter comes home. He's like, "Yo, first car. If you get a speeding ticket, if you get any kind of ticket, parking, speeding, anything, I'm taking this car from you. Any kind of traffic violation, anything like, hey, I may give you a pass on the parking, but if you get a speeding ticket, I'm taking your car from you. You're gonna have to find your way. I'm gonna find your way to school. I don't care how you get there, but you're gonna get there. That's the offense. Like, yo, I'm not
Okay,
paying no speeding ticket for you.
hold up, wait. So what if, okay, devil's advocate here.
Okay.
What if the speeding ticket, what if, see where I live at, the way the speed limits are, once I leave out my neighborhood and I get to a certain, like once I get to the gas station down, down the street or whatever, the speed limit's 45.
Oh no, I'm not talking about foot. I thought they got their foot in the gas. Like they pushing 80.
So like we're talking like they like 10 over?
Yeah, they pushing. They really like, yo, there's no cars
Okay.
around.
Okay. Okay, because the reason I said that, the reason I was playing devil's advocate over here, because like, for example, like I'm saying, where I live at, the speed limit changes like this. So it's not like it's a gradual change. It's more like it's 45 and then like maybe 200 yards, it changes to 35. So you got to change quick.
No, I
And
understand that.
sometimes the cops be sitting at a certain part and like they catch people like that.
No, I feel you. Okay, I know. But what I mean is they got their foot in the tank. Like they like
So like
pushing.
they just cruising and they like they going like 15 over.
Yes, they really going for it. Like, yo, like empty road, nothing out there.
So
It's
they
just nothing but space and opportunity.
space time and opportunity. Okay, yeah, okay, I get what
And
you're saying.
they get like a $200, $300 ticket.
Oof,
Cars
that's
mine.
not fun. I've had that
Give
happen
me
before.
the keys. Give me the keys. No car for you for a month. Find your way to school. That's the kind of punishment I'm looking at. Like, but Dad, I gotta go. I don't know how you going to work in school, but I'm not taking you. Find a way. That's John Morant. 50 games is the no money. All you got what you got. Figure it out. And if you don't learn within 50 games, I don't know what else to tell you.
The thing is though, and going back to the conversation we had last week, I don't think they're just gonna say 50 games and that's it. I think they're gonna be like, you're not playing for 50 you're suspended for 50 games, plus you got to go into rehab, which means you have to report here and you have to show that you are improving you had to give up updates to show that you are improving. So he's going to be active in getting himself figured out. Now, if by the end of that suspension and if by the end of that rehab or whatever they're going to put him through, if anything, he don't learn and he does it again, then you're really going to have to look at, okay, now this is conduct detrimental to the team and to the league, and we're going to have to indefinitely suspend him. Like the NFL has the commissioners list,
right?
They may have to look at that, because if he doesn't learn, and let's say he gets caught with a gun again on camera, and Lord forbid something happens and someone gets hurt, not only is he gonna, have to deal with the legality of all that, but he's not gonna be in the league.
See, Then we're gonna switch gears. That's my only. That's my only thing. Is the what if people? Oh man, you worry about man. It may not have. But what if it does? What if it's like we all been there as kids. Oh, he's not gonna do this. You're not gonna do. You're not gonna. Uh, somebody dares you to do. Oh, you're not. You're too scared to do it. Oh, I am. I'm gonna do it. What if somebody just keeps checking? Like, yeah, it's one of them. You at a club, you've been drinking a little bit, and you get somebody bumping to you. Oh, you John Morant? You ain't hard, boy. They right about you. Ain't nothing but a just. And that right there is it. You full of the liquid courage. Oh, all right, meet me outside. He already got it on him. And if you don't think that person ain't got it on them either, it's like now innocent people involved. Because you want to be a tough guy. That's my thing. And nobody has an answer. And I love Charles Barkley for speaking out on it. I love Shannon Sharp for speaking out on it. I love the people with brains in their head. Like, bruh, you are worth $200 million. Why are you trying to lose it? You got these idiots talking about ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nobody, like I said earlier, there's nothing wrong with having a good time. But you ain't got to have a gun in your hand.
Facts.
You don't have to have a gun. Why does it's like, you know what I mean? I like nachos, but I don't like jalapenos. I know adding jalapenos is a good time, but I don't like spicy food like that. I don't want to, you feel me? Like, I don't like spicy food like that. So even though Izzy may like hot, spicy food, he wants a gang of jalapenos, but that's on you. I don't want that kind of time on my hands.
This man said he wants to date a Latina.
Hey, that's a different. Hey, them Latino women, they different. That's a different kind of spice right there, baby. That's a different kind of spice.
What if she makes your food spicy?
Hey, man, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna draw that. We're gonna put that line in the sand in the beginning. Like, look, baby, this ain't going down. I know they try to force feed, try to win you over this, but I don't do the spice. Then it ain't that spicy. Then it be like 30 peppers in that mug.
Hey, it don't be 30 peppers, only maybe 5 or 10.
Hey, that's worse. And they don't even be regular peppers. We habaneros and ghost chilies and all kinds.
No, we don't do the ghost chili. We don't do that. No. Even I know. Even look, I like spicy food, but even I know I'm not gonna jump that line.
Hey, look. Hey.
But anywho,
for all the Latinos, me and Izzy, we love y'all. We love y'all out there. Latinos, we love y'all.
Yes, sir. We do. But we gotta talk. Okay.
Very interesting topic you brought to my attention.
John Morant, do better. That's all I'll say. We don't want to see you lose your money like that, but just do better, please. But we got to switch gears because I went on I'm getting on my healthy tip again. You know, I'm trying to walk and run and get back on my healthy man grind, trying to get my summer body ready.
Oh, I feel you.
And as I was going on my walk today and whatnot, I got a notification on my ESPN NFL app, you know what I'm saying? And the NFL owners voted today. And they have approved an emergency third quarterback proposal.
Yep.
And I shall read. This is from ESPN.
Talk to me.
NFL owners approved a rule Monday that allows teams to designate an emergency quarterback on game day, a rule they revived after the San Francisco 49ers ran out of quarterbacks during their loss in the NFC Championship game last season to the Philadelphia Eagles. The rule applies to only quarterbacks who are on the team's 53-man roster. Practice squad players are not eligible to be emergency quarterbacks, not even if they are elevated for that week's game. But it allows a team to avoid counting the emergency quarterback as one of its active players on game day, a modest incentive for teams that otherwise would have chosen to go into the game with only 2 available quarterbacks. The emergency quarterback would be eligible for in-game activation if the rest of a team's quarterbacks are unable to participate due to injury or ejection, but not as a result of benching. If one of the other quarterbacks is cleared to return to the game, the emergency quarterback must be removed at the time, and can only return if there is once again no other option. So basically, this rule was brought up because the 49ers didn't have a quarterback.
Okay. Let me go back.
You knocked out, you broke the 49ers and they complained, and now they got an emergency quarterback rule.
Dude, they were trying to take away the quarterback sneak. The move,
No.
Wait, no. I'm about to get to that. Let me get to it. Let me talk. Let me get it. Let me bring it to fruition real quick. Get better. They try to stop the quarterback sneak. Say, yo, the Eagles are using the quarterback sneak. It's not fair. They shut that down.
No, you want to know what? No, you want to know why they said that's not fair? Because you have offensive linemen getting behind the quarterback and pushing him.
The double cheek push that old buddy said on Thursday Night Football. I'm never gonna let that go. These are the double cheek push. The double cheek push.
The thing is, I can understand the whole quarterback sneak concept. I can understand that one because in a quarterback sneak, 4th and 1, everybody goes down, the quarterback's running up. Normally, the quarterback is just, hoofing it by himself. There is no one pushing him behind. But what y'all were doing was that you had a lineman at fullback and you had him push up on Jalen Hurts, and Jalen had the extra advantage. And they deemed that was not fair. This one right here.
No, but I'm about to get to that. So I'm saying I'll just be fair. Taking my Eagles colors off right now. I'm going in there as black and white, just neutral right now.
Don't let him lie to you. He's got Dolphins gear on right now.
Hey, Dan Marino, my favorite, is a legend.
You're not wearing the jersey right now, sir. You're not wearing the jersey right now.
It's what day is it? It's the Monday, May 22nd in Texas. Hot. It ain't about me right now. I'm saying, dig this.
He's a Dolphins fan.
Ew. Never. Dig this. You hear me? Dig this. He was a Niners fan, but he went to the Browns, then he went to the then he went to the goddamn Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah, let's talk about it. You want to throw people under the bus? Throw people under the bus? Yeah. Yeah. He was a Niners fan.
Hey, look.
Besides the point, it would have been a different game.
At least I'm not wearing the colors right now.
It don't matter, it's a hat. But anyway, quit changing the subject. It would have been a different game. I don't know who. I'm not saying the Niners would have won. I'm not saying the Eagles would have lost. I'm just saying it probably would have been a different game if they had a different person on the center. And we did not. He got sacked. It wasn't his fault. So if we gonna blame Hassan Reddick for hurting Brock Purdy, then who was the guy that demolished Dak Prescott's ankle 2 seasons ago?
Ooh, I don't know. Who was that?
I don't remember. But if we gotta blame him. So we're not blaming him. Accidents happen on the gridiron. It happens.
The thing is though, okay, look, we know injuries happen. That's part of the game. We know injuries happen. We know accidents happen. The thing that's being argued here is that the 49ers went in with Brock Purdy and that Josh Johnson kid, right?
Right.
Brock Purdy tears his UCL in his elbow, can't throw the ball lick. Josh Johnson comes in. The 4th string quarterback gets concussed. And then they were going to have to go and bring Christian McCaffrey in as the quarterback. That's how deep they had to go into the roster because remember, Trey Lance broke his ankle in week 2, week 3?
I think so.
And then Garoppolo was playing very well, and then he got hurt late into the season, like week 13 or 14. No, because Brock Purdy played 7 games before the playoffs, so he played all the way up to like week 10.
Right.
Then Brock Purdy came in, played the rest of the season out, balled out, First game in the playoffs went well. Then they went to go play the Eagles, right? And then
Right.
that's when the whole issue happened with the elbow. Then the fourth string guy, Josh Johnson, concussion in that same game. And then there was a point where Christian McCaffrey was practicing plays under center, but then Brock Purdy came back into the game, but he really couldn't do much.
Yeah, I feel like this. Going back to that game, yes, it would have been. I was like, okay, when Christian McCaffrey scored that touchdown, okay, this gonna be one of them games. Okay, this gonna be one of them games. I was on the edge of my seat the whole. Then when Brock Purdy went down, oh, okay, this gonna be. Then the other guy went like, oh, dang, these Eagles, they ain't these getting off the edge pretty damn quick. I mean, this was like barbaric at time. Like, dang, I ain't. But I'm like this. It's a good move just in case a situation like that. Like, I'm not against that part. Like, that's a good. Like, who goes to the team? It ain't like in college. Got like 3-4 quarterbacks on the bench, if I'm not mistaken. Like,
Right.
So it's like you got depth at quarterback. Like, all right, especially if you got a monster of a school. You know what I mean? The Bamas, Ohio States, the Texas. You got a monster of a school. All right, throw the fourth string in it. It's 40 in the first half. Put the
Breaking news just came in.
What we got?
Tom Brady agrees to become minority owner of the Raiders. Principal owner Mark Davis tells Paul Gutierrez.
The irony of that is so funny. He's what of the Raiders?
He's a minority owner now.
That is, I don't think you know how funny that is.
I think I know where you're going.
The goddamn tuck rule. You go to the. That is too funny. The same team that got you to a Super Bowl is the same team.
And not only that, who's the quarterback now of the Oakland of the Raiders?
Oh, that's funny. You can't escape that man, Jimmy.
You cannot escape him at all. Like Jimmy, he's backing up Brady in New England. He leaves to San Francisco, and then Brady comes to the NFC to play with the Buccaneers. He goes to the Raiders, and you're thinking, yes, I finally got away from him. He's retired. And all of a sudden, hi, Jimmy.
At least he got 3 rings out of it.
Yeah. But back to the conversation at hand. Emergency quarterback rule. The way I'm going to compare this, I like hockey. And in hockey, they have this thing called the E-bug, the emergency backup goalie.
Hold on, time out. Why would you need a backup goalie? Like, what could possibly happen to a goalie that you need a backup?
Surprisingly, it's happened before. The most notable game that I'll bring up, it was 2019. Carolina Hurricanes are in Toronto. They're playing the Maple Leafs. Both their goalies went down with injury. The first one had one of his fellow players got pushed into him. He fell back into the goal. The goal got pushed out the way. Goalie tried to play, but apparently he strained something, so he wasn't able to go. They had another goalie on the bench to take over. Later on in the game, or on the second period, loose puck outside the zone. Goalie rushes out to try and get the puck. Maple Leafs player on the rush sees the loose puck in hand. He's trying to go after it. Doesn't see the goalie's out there and is a full-on collision. Goalie goes down. Player goes down. The goalie's knocked out the way. And you were thinking, who's coming in? Is the other goalie about to come back in? He's hurt? Wait, he's not coming back in? Who they got? David Ayers was a Zamboni driver for the Toronto Marlies, the Maple Leafs minor league team.
Right.
He used to play goalie. Like he's played goalie in the past, in like the like little Pop Warner pickup beer league. Like he's played goalie or whatever. Since the Carolina Hurricanes did not have a goalie, they had to bring in David Ayers. And if you don't believe me, look it up. Just look up Carolina Hurricanes backup goalie. I'm gonna send it to you. But long story short, David Ayers comes in, and normally with a backup goalie, sometimes they only got to play like maybe 5-6 minutes of the third period, and that's it. Or like they just got to play like an extra minute, like the last 2 minutes, 1 minute of the game, and that's it. He had to play a full 2 periods. He played the second and the third period, and he helped the Carolina Hurricanes win that game.
Okay.
So the way that I see this is that in case a quarterback for whatever team, let's say a quarterback gets hurt and you have your second string and now you got your third string here. And let's say in the game your second string guy goes down. Now you have that third string guy. Now you have that emergency backup quarterback to come in, take over, and play his game, just in case those other quarterbacks cannot compete. But it did say if a quarterback is able to return from injury, that backup has to come out unless it's determined that he's not able to go.
Right.
It's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out. But I think this is a good move. It adds a lot of depth to the quarterback room because there are teams that, if you really look at it, they don't have that much depth. Now you're going to have some depth. You're going to have to bring some guys up and ensure that they're on the 53-man roster to begin with. Like, you just can't bring up a practice squad guy last second to be like, oh, yeah, this is our guy. No, you have to ensure, like, he's on the 53-man roster automatically. Like, he's on the active roster already.
Okay.
There's going to be a lot of strategy used in this one just in case someone does go down because, as we know, injuries do happen. We've seen a lot of guys take some really nasty hits. They've taken some really weird falls. I remember Kyler Murray Monday night, like Sunday night or Monday night game last season, second play of the first series, tries to scramble off of a broken play, tries to turn the corner, do a juke move, and all of a sudden you just see him crumple down and he's grabbing at his knee. And when they played the replay, you see him as soon as he plants his leg to do a juke, it was like his body went one way and his knee bent the other way, and you knew automatically what it was.
Yep, that's like when kind of like when Jalen Hurts got injured for those 3 games. And I don't know how. I don't know if it's something in that Philly water. He got injured. He told Jordan Mailano, like, pick me the fuck up. He's like, yes, sir. Picked him up, threw a touchdown, and the kind of he tore something, like it was injured something in his arms.
Yeah, I'm like, remember that it was like he tore like some sort of ligament. It was kind of like he kind of like some sort of ligament. But the thing is, though, the ligament he tore, you would think it'd be here in the arm, all right? But no, it was like close to here, and I'm like, how?
And the cold part about it is he went to throw a touchdown to AJ Brown. He threw a touchdown after that. And it was so weird when I heard it. It was kind of like when you remember I called you when Carson Wentz got towards ACL. He got in that game against the Rams that got us to the Super Bowl. He tore his ACL, got up, threw a touchdown, and walked off the field. I called this man like, he didn't believe me. I said, that's impossible. How did he tear his ACL and walk off? I don't know. But he threw a touchdown and walked off the field. I'm like, it got to be something in that Philly water. It got to be something in that Philly water because it's like, they're like machines out here. But like, how rare is it for I don't understand. It's going to be like, you know how much will have to go wrong to lose your starter, your backup, they have to go to that. That's probably going to happen once every 3 seasons.
I mean, The 49ers had that happen to them.
And how many seasons had that ever happened since the first time? Like how many seasons has it been since then that you had the lost two, a court starter and a backup? That that's rare. That's
Well, I'm going to say this. I want to see how the 49ers hold up with their quarterbacks now because they got Trey Lance coming back, Brock Purdy's returning,
who
and now they
started.
got Sam Darnold as well.
The buddy from the Lions.
He was with the Panthers.
Oh, he did put this. It was the started with the Lions, then the Panthers, then
no, he was the number. Okay, Baker Mayfield 2018 draft.
Who did
Baker,
Sam Darnold start with? Who was his team before the Panthers?
he got picked. He was drafted by the Jets. Remember?
That's right. I'm not.
He was drafted by the
Oh,
Jets.
I'm thinking about the other guy. I'm thinking about
You're thinking about Jared Goff.
Okay. I'm like, wait.
No, not Jared Goff. Goff is still with the Detroit Lions.
Okay, cool. But yeah, man, like I just want to see. This is gonna be an interesting season.
Oh, it is. It is
gonna
be
seasons. NFL, NCAA, college football, they got the whole new NIL thing, whatever, that they get the likeness and stuff. So kids coming in can opt in to be into the game, which is dope. My yo, that's freaking. What kid wouldn't want to like, unless you like a Marvin Harris or all these big name guys that's gonna be in the NFL? Like, yo, I want this amount of money. But I don't think that money is an issue. Like, yo, I'm gonna be in a game. My image in a game. Come on now.
Hey, here's my question though. Is it just for the people? Is it just for the kids that are going to be playing college football this upcoming season? Or can we expect like prior names like Bryce Young and CJ Stroud to be a part of that game as well?
I'm guessing, but I could be right. I could be wrong. Unless they do like a legacy team. You know how they used to do back in Madden where they had the 95 Cowboys, and it has stuff like that. They do like something like that, like the 2023 Alabama, yada 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 teams like that. I guess, but I don't unless because they're gonna be picking up from now, like from now. I don't think they. I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question. Unless they do like what is it, ultimate team type thing, which they are. So yeah, I guess they probably be in that pack, something like that.
You never know, man. I can't wait for it. All I know is that I'm working on getting that PS5 so I can be ready for that.
Who you telling? I'm like, if I get one game, it's gonna be that.
Exactly.
And I'm paying full price. Cause I never really buy games full price. I kind of wait for the price to go down. I'm paying. If they got a legacy edition, whatever the $100 edition is, I'm getting it just for the culture.
For the culture. Oh, he said
it's been like 14 years since the NCAA 14. Like it's gonna be some stupid stuff. I don't do that often, but
for this one,
oh yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Yes,
I'm gonna have to.
Yes,
but
on strength.
Off the strength. What else we got before we get up out of here?
What else do we got for here?
Oh, speaking of, man, so hockey. Explain that to me, because I'm gonna be getting into hockey next season, man. There's only three. That's what made me mad. Like when what game was it? It was what game was it? Which game was it? When the Bruins lost. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought in the overtime you play the whole quarter. But right. Like NFL, whoever scores first wins it. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, this is bull. I'm like, That's all I don't like. Like, let's run the whole clock out. Don't shit suck, man.
Nah, no. It's sudden death. Like, dude, they even play 60 minutes of hockey. You getting free hockey?
No, you get a whole game in the NBA in overtime.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, like the NBA structure different.
But they run 7 games series and they fight. For real fight. Take the gloves off. Take the they get some teeth in the NFL. In the NHL.
So who's it? So wait, so I gotta ask you the question now.
What's up?
If you said you're getting into the NHL next season?
I'm getting to the NHL next season, yeah.
Okay. Who's your team?
I'm gonna see when the season starts. By default, I'm a Stars fan. By default. That's just by default.
Oh, so you're gonna run with
I don't have a team. I don't really have a team.
Well, here's what I want you to do. So what I want you to do is this.
Talk to me.
Put the home team bias aside. So even though you in Dallas, if you ain't feeling the Dallas Stars, because I know how you are,
I get pissed off fast. I'll flip a chair in a heartbeat.
Yeah. So just we're gonna push the home team bias aside for this one, because for me here in Georgia, we don't got an NHL team. We don't got a pro team.
Oh damn, you ain't got a.
We only got a minor league team here in Savannah. That's it.
And who's their major?
The team that they're underneath is in the Western Conference Finals right now.
Okay.
Is Vegas.
So are you a Vegas fan?
Mm-mm.
By default?
No.
Who is your team?
Seattle.
Because you collect a lot of jerseys. You have a lot of hockey jerseys. So who's your team?
Seattle.
Like
the team that the team that I have, my team that I chose is the team that they are the team that I pre-ordered their jersey when they announced what the jersey was going to be like. That they're the only team that I've ever paid over. They're the only team that I've paid over $200-something for their jersey.
And y'all know it's funny. He wouldn't even tell me the price, how much he paid when he got it. He's like, yo, man, I can't tell you, bro. He didn't want to tell me because he knew what I was going to say. He knew. Like, I feel you.
Bro, it hurt my soul.
I feel you.
It hurt my soul. But you know what, though? Like, they were a brand new team. And I was like, I want to see what this expansion team is all about. I was excited for them when Seattle was announced to have a team. I was excited to see them play their first season. I was very excited to see them play their second season and see how well they performed. So I know that they're moving in a really good direction. This team wasn't even supposed to even make a playoff run by everybody's prediction, and they made it all the way to the second round and damn near made it to the Western Conference Finals.
Right.
Like, Seattle is on the rise. I love the team. Like, the thing I love about their team is that they don't have a single star on their team. They don't have a single, like, you know how in the NFL you got a Patrick Mahomes, you got a Travis Kelce, a Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. You know, Minnesota's got freaking Justin Jefferson. Dallas got Dak Prescott. 49ers got Debo. Like, each team has a specific star on their team. Like, you know, like when you think of a certain team, you think of this player. Seattle, they don't have that. Like, I remember when they played Dallas, they played Dallas. It was like game 6. It was game 3 and then game 6. Those 2 games, they scored above 3 goals. And if you think about it in hockey, it's like if you score 1 or 2 goals, that's a regular game. If you score above 3, man, you blowing out a team.
Mm-hmm. Like I said,
Like Seattle scored 7 in one game in the playoffs, and it was 7 different people that scored those goals.
right?
So
And like I
they know how to score in bunches, and they know how to spread the wealth.
right? And like I said, before we get out here, man, I'm gonna get in the hockey. I'm gonna definitely pick a team. Like I said, hometown team. You ain't got to. When you don't have like, if you're not a football fan, like, oh, I don't have a football team. Okay, I guess I'm a Cowboys fan. Yay, yay, yay. If in hockey, I don't really have a team like that. It's like, all right, Dallas Star. Okay, it's cool to see Dallas in the joint. Cool, whatever. They win, they don't, because they was in there last year. They was there last year, they lost. So like, whatever, cool. We get there, we don't, whatever the case may be. So it's like, I mean, got a few hockey jerseys. Shout to the brother, to the little brother Chick. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the brother. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have a team. Like, I like dope jerseys too. But I ain't man. I ain't saying that some of the jerseys he gave, I'm gonna become a fan of a team. Like, yeah, there's one. But Boston Brew House. Brew House gang. That ain't even a thing. Shout out to the Brew House. Brew House gang. I like. That's I'm trying to make it stick. But anyway. They probably won't. Shout out to my people in Boston. I don't know nobody in Boston. But it's my cousin from Boston. But
Let's go ahead and end it because you're on a tangent right now. I don't know.
Yeah. Like always, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning to the show about nothing. Episode 18. I'm your host, JunesEightyEIght, Izzyphantasmo. Thank y'all for tuning in. We will see y'all next week. Peace.